All right, hockey fans, so here we go. How can Frank Vatrano improve? I've got something that I found that's going to be really, really interesting. Before we get started, please make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you guys know when I'm going live, when I release new videos. I've got 2 or 3 videos a day coming out: football, hockey, football, hockey. It's gonna, and wait till we've got 2 games in one day. This is gonna be, I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. All right, Frank Vatrano. Now we all know it's very easy, right? He needs to be more consistent. Okay, everybody, this is the easy part. Vatrano is one of those guys who gets streaky. As an example, he had 7 goals in 10 games, and then in the last 10 games of the season, right after that streak, he had 1 goal in 10 games. So he's very, very streaky. So why is he streaky? Well, it wasn't all that difficult for me to find out. You watch the guy play, and you pretty much feel like he's the same type of player whenever he plays, right? It doesn't really matter. It's Vatrano, right? Sometimes he's banging the body around. Sometimes he's getting under the other player's skin. What is the deal? So I started messing around with the numbers a little bit. And you guys know I'm not a big analytics guy, but sometimes there's some pretty basic things that can just whack you right upside the head. So I wanted to look at the guys that you would compare him to, the guys that are in the top 6, where Vatrano's on the 3rd line. Now Barkov obviously being the biggest guy in the team, right, in terms of goal scoring. 14 goals at home. 12 goals on the road. Pretty even. Huberdeau, 10 goals at home. 10 goals on the road. Verhaeghe, who had the exact same number of goals, 18, that Vatrano had. 9 at home, 9 on the road. And there's Frank Vatrano with 12 at home and only 6 goals on the road. And therein lies the rub. If he could simply play on the road as good as he plays at home, he'd be right there with the rest of the guys, 25 goals, and it'd be a lot more evenly spread out, right? Because what we have, it's 56 games, so that's what? 28 games on the road, 28 games at home. 6 goals in 28 games. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but 12 and 28 at home, that's good, right? That's closing in on a 40-goal pace. Now, I don't think Vatrano's going to get 40, but I think he's capable of getting 30. Now, can he do it? So this is one of those things where only really he is going to know, right? Is this a thing where, I mean, honestly, is it a personal thing where, like, when he's at home in Florida, he's around, maybe he's got a family member or a girlfriend, whatever it is his mental state different when he's at home versus on the road? And I'm not criticizing, either way, but there's a palpable difference there. Everybody else, those 3 guys are either dead even or pretty close to even, and Vatrano is half as many goals on the road as he scored at home. And that's it. To me, if he can figure out why that is, then the kid can be a 25, 30 goal scorer every season. Now, last season, okay, he would have had probably 22, 25 goals had it been a full 82 games. But we've got to get that spread out more evenly, and that's what is accounting for the streaks there, okay? Again, 7 goals in 10 games and then 1 in 10 games. It averages out, right? Okay, so that's 8 goals in 20 games. So that's still, almost a 30-goal pace. That's still not bad, but we've got to get that spread out more evenly, okay? Because especially for guys like him who's going to be on that 3rd line, we need depth scoring. You got to have depth scoring. So that was it. It was short and simple. Really, the way he plays when he's playing on, I love him, you love him, everybody loves Frank the Tank. Okay? He did have a goal in the playoffs. He didn't seem to be getting under the guy's skin in Tampa Bay too much. You know what I mean? He didn't seem to be playing his hard-nosed, irritating style. I love to see more of that. But in terms of him being a guy that you definitely want in your top 6 versus a guy that, let's just put him in the back, in the back. He's got to get that scoring evened out more. He's got to play more consistent on a night-to-night basis. So that's up to him. Whatever the reason is, maybe he's not even aware of it, right? Maybe he doesn't even realize it. But that's a palpable difference. Double as many at home as on the road. Fix that, and he's a legit top 6 guy. And hopefully, I don't think we're going to be able to pay him, right? It's not looking too good unless some miracles happen elsewhere with the salary cap or, with the goalie that won't be mentioned. But wherever he goes, if he doesn't stay here with us after this season, I wish him all the luck in the world. But you got to figure out why. Why? Is your grandma in Florida? Is it her cooking? What's going on, Frank? Figure that out, kid, and maybe you can get to 41 year. If you can score 12 goals in 28 games at home, if you could get that production on the road, you see what I'm saying?